Good morning. Today we will complete the chapter, and that day we completed till cross elasticity of demand. I told you two more things are there. The first one, types of income elasticity. Types of income elasticity. Now the first type is positive income elasticity. Now, what is positive income elasticity? Now in this, when the quantity demanded of a commodity increases with the increase in income and vice versa. Now what is vice versa means? This means income increases, then what will happen? Your demand will increase. Income increases, demand increases. If income decreases, demand also decreases. Clear? Now, this happens in normal commodity or normal goods. Now, positive income elasticity will take place in normal goods. Clear? Second one is negative income elasticity. Now, what is negative income elasticity? When quantity demanded will decrease if income increases. This means if income will go up, your quantity demand will go down, and your quantity demand will go up when your income will go down. Clear? This means income increases, quantity demand decreases. Income decreases, quantity demand increases. Now this happens in inferior goods. Now normal goods, inferior goods, you all are aware. I already taught you in the previous videos. Now come number 3. Zero income elasticity. Clear? Now zero income elasticity means change in income does not bring any change in quantity. Change in income doesn't bring any change in quantity demanded. Meaning you understood? Suppose any commodity you take, your income increase from 5,000 to 10,000 or from 10,000 to 15,000, and the quantity which you were demanding earlier of matchbox will be same. So this comes under that. Now these three were the types of income elasticity. Now types of cross elasticity. This is the last part of your chapter. First one, positive cross elasticity. Now, what is positive cross elasticity? When price increases. Alright? First, let me tell you one thing. It happens in a substitute goods. Substitute goods, you know, tea, coffee, all these are substitute. Now, when price increases of coffee, suppose the price of coffee increases, remember, demand of tea will also increase, because it shows the positive. Price of coffee increases, demand of tea increases. Why? People, they will not afford for coffee because price increased. Now they will switch over to tea, and because of that the demand of tea will increase. Clear? Now number 2, negative cross elasticity. Now negative cross elasticity means if the price of a milk increases, then demand of tea will go down. Demand will go down, or you can say demand of sugar will go down. Why? Price of milk increased. People will purchase less milk. For their important work, they will purchase the milk. And obviously when they are purchasing less milk, so they will use less sugar. Because of that, when the price of milk increases, goes up, demand of sugar will go down. Now this happens in the case of complementary good. You all are aware of all these words: substitute good, complementary good. Please go through. Last point, number 3, is zero cross elasticity. Now what is zero cross elasticity? This means there is no relation, alright, when the change takes place. Suppose, one example let me give you. Price of milk and demand of cloth. Now what is the relation between the milk and cloth? There is no relation. When there is no relation, that type of elasticity is known as zero cross elasticity. Why? Because no relation, no changes will be there. Let the price of milk increase, let the price of cloth increase, let the demand of milk increase, let the price of cloth increase. There is no relation between the price of milk and the demand of milk. Sorry, demand of cloth, because both are different things. And because of that there is no relation, and no relation means no changes will take place. This is all about zero cross elasticity. Now today we completed this chapter. Now in next video I'll teach you next chapter.